Hello and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most bold and humorous literary essays from the 19th century, The Four Ages of Poetry by Thomas Love Peacock. This essay isn't about praising poetry. In fact, it's a sarcastic and sharp criticism of how poetry had evolved, or in Peacock's view, devolved, especially during the Romantic era. So what is this essay all about? Peacock argues that poetry has gone through four major stages, each representing a different level of poetic value and cultural relevance. The Iron Age, this is where poetry began. It was raw, wild, and full of mythical heroes, war chants, and primitive imagination. Think of ancient epics and ballads, full of power but lacking refinement. The Golden Age, this was poetry at its peak. Great poets emerged, writing with depth, purpose, and noble ideas. Poetry was meaningful, wise, and influential. Peacock admired this era the most. The Silver Age here, poetry started becoming artificial. Poets began to imitate rather than innovate. The style was elegant, but the content lacked originality. It was beautiful, but a bit hollow. The Brass Age, this is the age Peacock believes he was living in, a time of poetic decay and decline. He claimed that poets had lost their direction and poetry had become a useless activity, filled with fantasy and emotion, but disconnected from real life. So who was he blaming? Peacock openly criticized Romantic poets like Wordsworth, Coleridge, and others. He believed they were too focused on imagination, emotions, and nature, while ignoring history, logic, and human progress. He said they wrote verses on a new principle, but one that led poetry away from reality. Peacock's view was utilitarian. He believed literature should be useful for society, just like science, engineering, or law. To him, poetry that doesn't contribute to progress or practicality is just entertainment, a distraction that wastes time and energy. He even compared himself to Plato, the Greek philosopher, who once said that poets should be banned from the ideal society if they don't offer any real benefit. In the end, Peacock sees Romantic poetry as part of the Brass Age, shiny on the surface, but cheap and hollow underneath. So, what's the main takeaway from this essay? Peacock challenges us to think, should poetry and art always be useful? Or is there value in imagination, emotion, and beauty even if it's not practical? That's a debate still going on today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this summary and want more literary content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload.